fucked up. I'm going to try to make this story time as like short as possible, but it's probably gonna end up being like 15 fucking minutes. But something happened today that I felt like talking about because it's kind of funny, but I'm also kind of angry, but like we'll get into that. Okay, let's just start the story time right now. So as you guys know, I made a video like a few days ago called My Lip Piercing Experience, or Do Lip Piercings Hurt, whatever the fuck it was called, I don't remember. But I basically like told the story of how I had my lip pierced like about a week ago, and basically I like told the whole story, and I basically said that like the whole experience was okay, like the swelling and everything, it's all okay. No, the fuck it wasn't. I realized it was not okay after the couple days after the swelling had gone down, and I will get to that right now as to what happened. So the swelling came and went as expected. I'm sorry if it looks really weird because I just had a new bar put in, but I'll like try to talk as normally as possible. So the swelling came and went as expected, and like everything seemed fine. Now I mentioned in the first video that the jewelry with the left side, this is the left side, was a bit more difficult to work with because for whatever reason it would not go through the hole, and so of course it swelled up really big on this side, and this side just swelled up like a little bit. But after the swelling had came and went, there was only a little bit of swelling on this side, not so much on this side, but about 4 days after I got it pierced and the swelling had gone down, I would wake up every single morning and the left side had completely eaten the back of the bar, and I freaked out, and I was cutting and poking at it, and I eventually popped it right back out, but it was very painful to do so. So I went into my piercer, and the guy that did my septum, and he told me that this side was definitely a lot more irritated, and that I should definitely keep an eye on it and come in if anything else was strange. So I was like, oh, okay, and he told me to like drink lots of water and like take ibuprofen and all that stuff. So I did over the next like couple days, and lo and behold, woke up the next day and it was exactly the same. The swelling had completely eaten the back of the bar. I had to like poke at it and like cut at it and eventually like use like a pair of tweezers in order to take it out. And so of course I freaked out once again. I was like, if this keeps happening, then it's going to embed and I'm going to have to get it surgically removed. I have to go in and get a longer bar put in. Keep in mind, this side is perfectly okay. That did not happen to this side. Only the left side was having problems. So, I'm not sure why it only happened to the left side. Maybe because the swelling was worse on that side. I don't know, but for whatever reason, my lip had completely eaten the back of the jewelry. So I went in to Origins, my new piercing studio, I guess, which it's not that new because Jordan has done piercings on me before, but he worked in another studio. I'll leave all the like information in the description, whatever. But so I went in like a day or two after I talked to my piercer the first time, and that was this afternoon. I went in, and I called beforehand. It turns out it was my piercer's day off, great, so I had to meet somebody new. But like he was like super chill about it, and we discussed that the piercing definitely, like the bar definitely needed to be swapped out on that side, and I was gonna have to downsize it, and they didn't, like you can see they're two different colors, which I don't care, it looks fine to me, but like none of this would have happened had the guy at the place in New York been like used his little pea brain a little more and actually like thought about, I don't know, I'm just kind of pissed about what happened in New York rather than what happened this afternoon. So if I sound angry, I'm mad about what happened in the past, not what happened today. So like the guy explained to me that we were gonna have to like, you know, downsize my jewelry to an 18, which is fine. If I don't like how it looks like in the future when they heal, I could just take it out and size up to a 16, like it's not that difficult. Yeah, so we agreed that we were gonna downsize this side to an 18. It's not noticeable, so it doesn't bother me. We chose, they didn't have any like plain ones like this, so I just got an opal, which is fine. It looks really pretty. It's my favorite color. So all of that was totally okay. Now, we got into the room, and he explained to me that he was gonna like reach inside my mouth, grab the post, grab like the back of the post for the one that I already had in, grab the front and just screw it off, and it was gonna pinch a little bit, but like not too much. If like it was gonna go smoothly, like it wasn't gonna like really hurt me or anything, just gonna pinch me a little bit. So, I figured, like, you know what, it's gonna be fine. He did, like, the little thing, and he was, like, trying to screw the ball off, and he's like, yeah, this is really tight on there, so, I'm gonna grab some gauze and try to do it. So, yeah, I'm just gonna grab some gauze and, like, try to do it so my hands aren't so slippery. He did that, grabbed the gauze on both sides, still, like, trying to get it off. He could not get it off no matter what he did. So another piercer comes in, and they grabbed like a little clamp for both sides. It's still not coming off. So these two grown-ass men could not get this bar out of my lip, and I'm starting to panic. And so then one guy is just like, hey, just let me take the little thing, and he was able to like eventually twist it off. It took a hell of a lot of hard work. He put the little like not splint, I don't want to call it, I don't even know what he put in my lip, but it looked like a needle. I highly doubt it was a needle, but I don't know, my eyes were closed, I wasn't paying attention. But like, he swapped out the jewelry and everything was fine. But the point is, I'm still very angry about the guy in New York. It turns out after this whole thing happened this afternoon, I went to go like check out the jewelry. The whole thing was like $30-something. It wasn't too bad. But it turns out the guy was telling me, yeah, probably it would have been a better idea to get it done here because they used really low quality jewelry. And after telling him my story about like everything that happened, he was very like apologetic, like, yeah, that shouldn't have happened, like, I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry about 27 times. If I had $1 for every single time that the guy said, I'm sorry that this happened to you, I would have had enough money to come to Origins in the first place and have my piercing done right the first time. But the guy told me that the jewelry that they were using at the place where I originally was very low quality, externally threaded, just like screwed on way too tight. Apparently, the guy at the place in New York had I could just tell from when I had the piercing done, he has a vice grip, so when he puts something there, it's staying there essentially. So it was impossible to basically get this little thing off. Like, two grown-ass men had to come in and try to like get it off me, which was, it was painful, but like I took it like a boss. I didn't cry, I flinched, but like that was it. But basically, I don't want to call anybody out, but I'm angry and the guy gave me his name, so I'm going to use it because I have it. I'm not going to link any of his social media, but pretty sure you can find it if you did some digging. Don't go like leaving him hate. I'm just saying for future reference. If anybody lives in the Glens Falls, like New York area, do not go to Unique Arts Studio piercer Patrick Joseph. Absolutely fucking not. One, he was a dick to me. I didn't mention that in the other video, but he was kind of a dick to me. And used really low quality jewelry that resulted in a nesting piercing that basically had to be ripped out. So that wasn't fun. But anyway, this is like the end of my rant. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, have a good day or night or whatever. And Happy New Year.